All right. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome, guys. My name is Amarnath. I will be the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. I welcome you all for another exciting meeting at Sattvic Toastmasters Club. So before we start our meeting, so there are 3 ground rules we follow in our Toastmasters meetings. So as a Toastmasters, we don't talk about the sex, religion, and politics at an extent. So please refrain from discussing these topics here. And please put yourself on mute if you're not speaking, and encourage you all to put on your camera so that everybody can see you. So as everybody in their life has a mission to achieve their goals, so likewise our Toastmaster Club also have a mission. The mission of our Toastmasters Club is to provide this support and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication skills and leadership skills, result in great self-confidence and personal growth. So with this, I announce this meeting as open and hand it over to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Ishita. Yeah, Ishita, podium is yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amarnath, for this wonderful introduction. Hello, everyone. I am Ishita, and I welcome all of you to the meeting of Sattvic Toastmasters. Sattvic Toastmasters has a unique mission of combining communication skills with healthy living. The main purpose of our club is to promote everyone to talk about wellness, mental health, and healthy living. So I would like to welcome all of you to this meeting. We have a great theme coming up and a lot of important prepared speeches as well as table topics. So I would like to welcome all the guests to our meeting and ask them for a brief introduction. I'll start with Sirisha. Can you please give us a very short introduction and how you found about Sattvic Toastmasters?
Hi Ishita, Sirisha here. Good morning everyone. I am already a Toastmaster for Golden Falcon Club, which is led by Kalpana. I have already attended 2 meetings in Sattvic and I came to know from Kalpana.
Okay, great. Is this the first time you're attending?
No, this is the second or third time I'm attending.
Okay, great. Welcome, Sirisha.
Thank you.
Yeah, our next guest is guest Tulsi. I believe you have attended a few times, right, Tulsi? How are you doing today?
Hi, I'm doing good. Hope everyone is doing good today. I have been joining Sattvic Toastmasters meetings for a while now. I have been a Toastmaster earlier, and I'm looking forward to taking up table topics and trying to improve my communication. Yeah, over to you, Toastmaster.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, guest Tulsi. Looking forward to your participation. Next guest is Vidya. Vidya, you're in mute if you're speaking. Okay, Pravalika.
Yes, everyone. Hello, I'm Toastmaster Pravalika and I'm from Hitam Toastmasters Club. And this is my first time being to Sattvic Toastmasters. And I'm looking forward to see half the meeting functions and all. So,
okay.
Which
club are you from?
Hitam Toastmasters.
Okay.
Yes.
Welcome, Pravalika. So, very warm welcome. With that, I would like to now call upon our TMOD, Toastmaster Vikram. Over to you, Toastmaster Vikram. Please take it forward.
Thank you, Ishita. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, from whichever part of the world you're joining from. I'm the Toastmaster of the day, Vikram here. And I want to introduce the theme for today, which is flow. So I want to hear from some of you, what do you understand by this word flow?
Yeah.
Maybe the state of mind.
Mhm.
Good
Yes.
evening. I'm happy to speak out about flow. There's
Yes,
a
please.
fabulous Toastmaster here in New York named Seth Greenwald, and he's a paid speaker. He started out as a Toastmaster. He makes a lot of money as a paid speaker, and his whole message is on flow. And he used flow as a way to write a number of his books. Are you familiar with him?
Not yet, Lisa.
So I have to share all of his information with you, but he's absolutely amazing and he bases it on flow, and he talks about using flow to open your mind and let your pen flow and let your thoughts flow in order so that you can clearly speak your mind and your heart and
Yes.
share your thoughts with your audience. I really
Wonderful.
value him. So thank you for bringing that word up.
Thank you so much, Lisa. I think you already nailed it, the topic today. Yes, without further today I want to get into the presentation which I had prepared for this session. So it all started with this flow. When I read this book, this book called, can you see this on camera? The book that I'm showing?
Yeah,
I don't
Vikram.
know if
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can see, right?
Yes,
All
I
right.
can see that. Yeah.
All right. So I was reading this book some time back. This book is written by Csikszentmihalyi. Okay, he's the author. I don't know whether I'm pronouncing the second name of the author correctly, but Mihe is the very famous author. He has written many books, and one such book is Flow. Okay, and what is flow? I think Lisa has already said about it. It is the state where your mind is completely immersed on something, where you feel highly motivated and creative about doing something. Okay. And I want to start this session with a small video that I really enjoyed watching. And let me know when you can hear my audio also. I'm going to stop sharing and share it again with audio. Right. I hope now you should be hearing. So.
I want you to remember for a second the last time you were hyper productive and totally absorbed.
Let me get a bit.
I want you to remember for a second the last time you were hyper productive.
Sorry.
I want you to remember for a second the last time you were hyper productive and totally absorbed in what you were doing. That was flow. Now, flow is a state of consciousness that makes work feel effortless. You've experienced flow perhaps when you were riding a bike, surfing a wave, making music, singing, dancing, maybe working on a big project. Many of humanity's greatest accomplishments have happened in this state of flow. Alex Honnold in the movie Free Solo was in a flow state when he summited El Capitan with no gear. Sam Altman and his team at OpenAI, when they were coding ChatGPT, which has already changed the world, were deep in flow while doing it. When Marie Curie did her pioneering research and Einstein finally figured out the theory of relativity, they were harnessing the power of flow to pull off these superhuman feats that drove humanity forward. And flow isn't just a metaphor. In fact, over 10,000 research papers on flow have found that the neurophysiological shifts that occur while in flow increase the exact skills that research has shown are most critical to thriving in the 21st century, like learning, creativity, productivity. And the reason why Alex and Sam and Marie and Einstein were able to accomplish such feats is because of what happens in the body and in the brain when flow kicks in. From the neurochemical cascade of dopamine, norepinephrine, anandamide, serotonin, and endorphins, the alpha-theta brainwaves, and the performance-enhancing alteration to the neuroanatomical changes that occur in the brain in flow. Listen, this all sounds great. Flow sounds like some kind of a panacea that's going to solve all of your productivity and peak performance problems in a heartbeat. And that.
All right, let's get back. I hope you all enjoyed this video now, right? So I want to hear from you. How did you like this video?
Amazing.
What did you learn?
Amazing.
Amazing. Okay.
Yes. I can feel that, when, for example, I used to jog, yeah. After
Yeah.
jogging for a long time, I used to be in flow that I was jogging effortlessly. That was the thought I had in my mind when I seen this video.
Wonderful, wonderful. You put it very, very rightly. When you're doing something that you really love and where you're skilled at, and also at the same time, there are some challenges with you, then you are in flow state. I think Lisa is raising her hand. Yes, Lisa?
Yeah, so I didn't realize until I just saw that so many people have already talked about this. For some reason, I thought it was unique to him, and I never really looked into it further. So you really woke me up to the fact that it's an old idea, and he just put maybe a new spin on it. But it seems that it's really common. So thank you for bringing this to my attention.
You're most welcome, Lisa. And even for me, it was an eye opener when I took this book from my library and started going through it. It was an amazing topic. We're going to talk a lot about this through this session. Stay tuned with me. And without further delay, I want to call the general evaluator of today to introduce the tag team. The general evaluator is Pravalika. This podium is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. And good morning, everybody, again. I'm Toastmaster Pravalika, and today I am going to play the role of General Evaluator. So, as General Evaluator, I am going to evaluate the meeting in whole. So, to do that, I can't do the whole thing alone because all the hard work needs assistance. So, to help me with that, I have a tag team with me, which stands for Timer, Counter, and Grammarian. So, without further ado, let me call upon the timer of the day to give the timer instruction, that is Toastmaster Shivakrishna. Over to you.
Sorry, there is a change, Pravalika. I'll be the timer for.
Alright.
Yeah.
So let me hand over the stage to timer of today, Toastmaster Ishita.
Yes, thank you so much, Toastmaster Pravalika. Hello, everyone. I will be the timer for today's meeting, and I will let the speaker know when the time is finished. For speaker, the timer will be green card at 5 minutes. For speaker number 1, the timing is 5 to 7 minutes. The green card will show at 5 minutes. The yellow card will show at 6 minutes, and the red card will show at 7 minutes. There will be a 30 seconds buffer period after the 7 minutes is over for you to be qualified. The second speech is timing is 18 to 22 minutes. The green card will show at 18 minutes. The yellow card will show at 20 minutes, and the red card will show at 22 minutes. There will be 30 seconds buffer period to wrap up the speech. The speakers have to speak for at least the minimum time to qualify. The next will be table topics. The timing is from 1 to 2 minutes. Green card will show at 1 minute. Yellow card will show at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red card will show at 2 minutes. 30 seconds buffer period will be given, and the speech evaluations will be timed as 2 to 3 minutes, with the green card showing at 2 minutes, yellow card showing as 2 minutes 30 seconds, and the red card showing at 3 minutes with the 30 seconds buffer period. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Pravalika.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ishita. Now let me call upon the second role player, that is our counter for today, Toastmaster Shivakrishna. Over to you. Toastmaster Shivakrishna.
Yes, I'm in.
Yes.
And good morning, fellow Toastmasters, dear guest and distinguished Toastmaster. And I gonna be that today's counter. And everyone in the meeting will use the words of hum, and has, and the filler words. By using the words like and has and filler words, and the sheets or the table type features will be the more effective than before. And I will note down the ums and the filler words who are speaking in this meeting, and I will submit my report and the general evaluator for call upon me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shivakrishna. Now let me call upon the next role player, that is grammarian, Amarnath. Over to you.
Thank you, Pravalika. So good day, everyone, again. So today I'm also playing as a role of grammarian. So as a grammarian, it's my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers, listening carefully to their languages. And it's important for the language to use this in the proper grammar format. So I also pay attention of the good uses of the words and not so good uses of the words throughout the meeting. And as a grammarian, it's my responsibility to introduce the word of the day and the idiom of the day. So as follows to today's theme, so I am coming up with a word. The word is prolific, means producing a large amount of something. It's an adjective we use in a grammar, especially in terms of creativity or productivity. The one sentence example for creative outcome is Shakespeare is a prolific writer, having published over 30 novels in his career. And another example of the scientist was prolific in his research and contributing numerous groundbreaking studies in his field. So that's the uses of this word. And coming to the phrase, I'm coming up with the following phrase, that is above board. Above board means honest and straightforward. The uses of the word is the company's dealings were always above board, ensuring trust with their clients. So I encourage you to use this word of the day and idiom of the day in your speeches as much as possible. And we can give a single thumbs up when anyone using the word of the day, and give a double thumbs up if anybody uses idiom of the day. Thank you. Yeah, hand it over to Pravalika.
Thank you so much, grammarian Toastmaster Amarnath. So apart from that, I also have evaluators with me who will be evaluating the speakers. So we'll be back with our report in the general evaluation segment. So let me hand over the stage back to our Toastmaster of today, Toastmaster Vikram.
Thank you, General Evaluator, and the tag team for introducing yourself. I think it's going to be a prolific session where there's going to be a lot of learning from for all of you. And to talk about today's session, so we have 3 sections. The first section would be the prepared speech. The second section would be the table topics, and the third would be the general evaluation. Okay, and let's get back to our theme, which is flow. So I want to hear from some of you. When was the last time that you were in flow? At least those who have, I want to hear from the guests. Whoever have joined recently, I see Manoj, I see Anita, I see few other guests as well. I want to hear from you all, my dear guests. What do you think about this state called flow? And when was the last time that you were in the flow state? Anyone?
I would like to say, like,
Yes, please.
when I'm reading a book, trying to imagine my experiences related to that, I was in flow state recently. That
Okay.
is what I like
So
to
how
share.
was that state? How do you explain that state to be? How productive were you, or how creative were you during that time?
You'll get totally immersed in it and forget about what's going around you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah. I think that's what I was expecting. Anyone else from the guests? Manoj or Anita? I see Srisha, Sachin. I want to hear from you or a word or a sentence about flow. What do you know about flow, and when was the last time you were in flow state?
Good morning, everybody. I think I'm
Good
in
morning.
flow now.
Okay.
Joining
Wonderful.
the
That was a
meeting
great
along with you
example.
all. I think we are flowing together.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. And yes, all of us are in flow state because whenever we are in Toastmasters meetings, if you see, we all are fully immersed into the meeting, right? We don't even think, we cannot, for example, the role players or timers or evaluators, we cannot even skip even one word that the speaker or anybody is talking, Toastmasters are talking, because you will lose the flow otherwise, right? So all of us are in this flow state right now. If you, as pointed out by Manoj, thank you so much, Manoj, for bringing that up. And yes, so now let's get back to the first section of our today's session, which is prepared speech. And fortunately, fortunately, I'm going to be the speaker for today as well. So I would call upon my evaluator, which is Pratik Agarwal, to come forward and present the purpose of my speech. Over to you, Pratik.
Yeah. So I'm the evaluator of Toastmaster Vikram, who is the speaker of the day. And he is in the parts called presentation mastery. And he is in level 2, and it will be level 2 speech 1. The purpose is understanding his communication style. He's trying to understand his communication style. So while doing that, he will be understanding the different types of communication styles and trying to identify that which type of communication style he has. In this journey, I will be helping him out when he will be speaking, what type of communication style he is having. And when you are also giving him the feedback, you can tell him because your views also matters. So the time allotted for this speech is 5 to 7 minutes. So now I will call on stage Toastmaster Vikram, the journey of 1,000 miles. The journey of 1,000 miles, Toastmaster Vikram Prakash. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Pratik. It was during the COVID time that I realized that the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. This is a famous saying by a Chinese celebrity, Lao Tzu. He often talks about this phrase. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. So it was 2021. I was down with COVID. Not only me, my parents, all three of us were in COVID at that time. And I was totally sick. I was I couldn't even walk for 3 days. I was totally bedridden. And even my parents at the same time were bedridden, and it was only three of us in my house. And I don't know how to help each other. So we had to take a lot of uh, medicines at the time, and I used to order food from outside. It was really a task for me to take care of my parents at the same time to take care of myself, because my other family members cannot live in the same house because they had to be out of my house. So that was the hardest time I ever faced in my life, I could say. I was not even sure whether I'm going to be alive or not, because for 3 days my health was not in my control at all. And I was constantly calling my hospital, the nearest hospital, and asking about any new uh, tests that I have to do, because from time to time I had to do that. So at the same time, I also had a thought that why can't I have start something new at the same time? Because after 3 days, my health was slowly getting better, and no one was supposed to come to my house, and all me and my parents were uh, alone, and I had a lot of time at that period, and I was looking at what should I do, because this COVID has taught me a big lesson that I should really take care of my health. Because being a head of a family, I have uh, a family of two kids and my wife, and my parents who are dependent on me as well. So I was thinking, if I am not taking control of health, then who will? And I was thinking, like, what should I do about it? Because I don't want to get into a situation like this again. Even though it was a pandemic, I still felt that somewhere I should do about something about my health. So now I started searching in Google how to attract good health. What are the ways to improve my health? Because I just recovered and I was feeling so low and not couldn't eat healthy food and stuff like that. So I was just browsing what are the healthy foods to take after COVID and stuff like that. And you all know that our today's digital system is so intelligent. The moment you go and type something on Google, all the platforms from Google, from Facebook or in Instagram, everything starts attracting that same message that whatever you were looking for, right? So I started getting a bunch of uh, things, advertisements about health because I was searching for health and the healthy food. And then I went on to one such advertisement which was about a yoga master, and she was my mentor, by the way. I found her through this same time of the COVID, and she's a PhD. She's Neha, and she's a PhD from University of Patanjali, and she lives in Goa. Okay, and she was throwing up a free session for a week about yoga, and I was so interested at the time because it was the first message that popped up in my Facebook when I was browsing through, and I immediately wanted to attend that session because it's about health. And even though I have done yoga in my past, but this was the first time I'm getting into an online coaching with a mentor about yoga. And I never thought that yoga can be done online also. It was a hard step for me because I was not well. I was just recovering. But at the same time, I wanted to also, because I'm the only person who can take care of my family at that time, because all of them were sick and I should do something for them. So that was the intention behind it. So now I started taking this hard, this very proactively and started preparing for my sessions the next day. It was at the morning 5 a.m. Okay. And you won't believe the first session was an amazing session for me. And she just told me to do a few asanas or few postures, which is going to bring up your energy. It was a simple breathing postures. And after doing that, even though I was sick, I was feeling better. I was able to breathe faster. Because the breathe is what controls your entire body, the oxygen flow in your body. And after doing that few postures for just 15 to 20 minutes, I was feeling better. Now I was into flow, I would say. After that session, I wanted to get into learning yoga, even though that was the first time that I had an online tutor and I was exploring about a lot about my health and everything. So I started taking the first step, which was hard, yet I took it. Now, day after day, my health started to improve because COVID was all about breathing, right? When you were in COVID, you had to breathe a lot and you have to be resilient about your health. And it's only then I think you are going to get better. And my oxygen, I was checking my oxygen levels every day and it was improving because of yoga. So all of us have the same situations in life. And it is the hardest situation where we have to see what is going to teach us. And all of us have the fear, the self-doubt, and I did have that time. And I was not sure whether this yoga is going to really help me. But I took the first step, whether I was, even though I was not sure, because every time the entire staircase is not clear to us. I don't even know whether yoga is the only way to better my health at that time. But I took the first step, even though I was in doubt. But that first step happened to be the best step ever. And even today, I'm in touch with that mentor. I am doing yoga at least twice a week, and my health is getting better and better. And coming to my journey, this 1,000 miles journey, after getting a coach from the online, now I started looking for more and more self-development. It was the first coach the yoga coach that I found. But after that, now I have more than 100 coaches right now, and I am myself a life coach, because you can clearly see it was a challenging moment which was thrown at me at that time. The first step that I took, in fact the first right step that I took, started the journey of 1,000 miles forward, and now I'm standing in front of you as a life coach, empowering thousands of people. So this is what life is all about, and I really liked my journey, and I hope all of you will also enjoy your journey by taking the right steps at the right time. Over to me, who is the Toastmaster of the day. So now I would thank you for your applause. So now I would request the timer to time for 1 minute so that the audience can give me their feedback. Ishita, please let me know when we cross 1 minute.
Sure, Vikram. Yeah, 1 minute is done.
All right.
So
Thank
for the
you.
speakers, I will be in the gallery with my hands raised, and the timer card will be changing. So please take a look at the first person in the gallery for your timing measurements. Thank you.
Thank you, Ishita. Now we have another inspiring speech coming up by our Toastmaster JK Arora sir. So I would request the evaluator for Mr. JK Arora, who is Toastmaster Shahid, to come forward and present the purpose of the speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vikram. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my dear fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. Today, my target speaker is JK Arora, and he is attempting a speech on the path of engaging humor. He is embarking a journey on the Level 5 Project 2. He is a prolific speaker. Why I said like he has reached to the level 5 with a very fast pace. So that's the reason I'm just mentioning him as a prolific speaker. And today his speech title is The Funny Side of Logistics. The Funny Side of Logistics, JK Arora. JK Arora, The Funny Side of Logistics.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shahid. JK Arora sir, can you see the timer? I think you're on mute, JK sir.
No, we could not hear you, JK sir.
Yeah.
No, JK sir, you are
No,
not
we can
audible. Maybe you can rejoin once quickly.
Yeah.
Now you're audible, JK sir. Can you speak?
No, sorry, I could not hear.
Can you try to rejoin, sir, once? I think then it will get fixed automatically. All right. So while JK sir is joining, I want to hear from you all on why do you think this flow state is really important? Is it really important to be in flow?
It's important because we cannot stop.
Mm-hmm.
If we stop, that will be the final full stop. We'll get fossilized.
Right.
Yeah,
So
I
you mean to
also
say that
feel
flow state is really important?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can, yeah, I will also add something on this. I will say that this flow state is a meditative state. Like we try to achieve so many things when we do the meditation, but this is a state which is you are out of the world. You know, you don't know what you are doing, but you are doing. Although you are
Yes.
having a conscious mind, but you are just fully immersed in that.
Yeah.
So I will say it's a meditative state which one should have at least once in a day or all the time. If that can
Yes.
happen, that is the
Yes.
best. Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you so much. So now I see Toastmaster JK Arora is back. JK sir, I can still not hear you.
Yeah, audio is not coming. But it's really a thought-provoking topic which
Yes.
Toastmaster Vikram has taken, and at least now we are getting time to think on this topic.
Yeah.
You know,
See,
we
even
do
one.
so many things daily. Yeah, but
Sorry.
when somebody
Mm-hmm.
brings something like this, you start thinking on that. Really, when I was in flow state last time, literally. So I'm thinking, still not able to, remember it. But
Right.
yes, what I think Manoj said, when we are speaking, we are in flow state because we are thinking and speaking. We are not putting anything in between. Yeah. So that's
Yes.
absolutely correct.
Right. Totally right. So what I heard, what I was reading through is even when we are talking, right? When we are talking, you're in flow state. And when someone interrupts us, your flow state is broken at that time. So that is why it is so important not to talk when somebody else is talking, because that person is in the flow state. And when we interrupt, what happens is he loses the interest. And that the dopamine, there is the science behind this. When you're talking, when you're doing something in flow, there is a hormone called dopamine which gets secreted, and that hides your brain's prefrontal cortex. The prefrontal cortex is something which keeps distracting. But now when you're in flow state, you're completely immersed and your full energy of your brain is in that topic, right? So that's why it is so important not to interrupt anybody. And as Toastmasters, we are all taught to not to interrupt. I'm sorry, Pratik, I interrupted you in between when you were in flow state.
That's right.
But I just want to bring up in this forum because everybody are here are Toastmasters mostly. So I thought it will help you in future. Yeah.
Arora ji is still facing the same issue. I think you can join from
I think
mobile
so.
also. If at all you are having mobile, you join from mobile also.
Yeah.
So that we will be able to hear you. That mobile will act as a mic, and
Yeah,
in
one
this way
more.
you will be visible.
Yeah, one more option, JKG. You can quickly restart your PC or desktop.
But I
That
think he
will
has done
also.
all these things.
Oh,
I
Okay,
hope
I
it
want to
will
hear
not
from.
try its plan.
Mhm.
Interrupt from the
Sorry,
start.
I want to hear from our G. Sorry, not G. The Vice President of Education about flow state. What do you think about flow state? You are silent. I don't want to be silent. I want you to
she's
be in
in
the flow
flow
state.
she is in flow state internally, it seems.
Yeah.
Nothing of that sort. Flow state is indeed very important. I guess,
Okay.
to get the work done meticulously, to have that
Yes.
detailing to the work, which stands out among everything else. So being in flow is very important from my point of view.
Thank you. Thank you. Because there's many students here also, right? Because when you're writing exams, all of us write exams. Do you know what we are, in which state our mind is at that time? You are in flow state at that time. Otherwise, we cannot write, we cannot recall whatever we have studied also. So when you're writing exam, the 3 hours you are completely immersed into the exam. You forget even drinking water or about hunger or anything, and you're just writing your exams, right? So that is also a flow state. All right, JK sir, can you unmute and speak now? We'll try your audio.
You have to
You're not
unmute
hearing
your
now.
phone. Unmute your phone now.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm
Yeah,
audible?
now.
Yes.
Yes.
That was a great idea, Pratik, joining with phone.
And yeah, you
Yes.
can also
Yes.
put your speaker off. Otherwise, there will be a echo. Computer speaker.
Okay, now it is okay.
Yeah, perfect.
It's
now.
okay now, JK sir.
Okay, now I like to share
Yeah.
my screen if possible. So please give the.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Yes.
Hi everyone. I want to speak something about the flow state.
JKG, I have made you co-host. You can share screen now.
Am I audible?
Shirisha, actually, now speaker is going to speak, and after that, you will get a chance from Vikram to on that. Yeah.
I'm not able to share the screen. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, now?
Can you try again?
Okay. Yeah, now it's okay. My screen is clear. Yes.
Yet not. Yes, now it's coming up. All right. Let's welcome our next speaker, which is Toastmaster JK Arora, the funny side of logistics. Toastmaster JK Arora. JK Arora, the funny side of logistics. Over to you, JK Arora, sir. The podium is yours.
Just 1 minute. I will just. Okay. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the Toastmaster distinguished guests, whichever country or part you are in. So, I'll start with a bouquet. Can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you and your screen also. Please go ahead.
Okay, fine. So, you can see the bouquet?
Not the bouquet. I can see your screen.
Okay,
and
now
you
you can see, maybe on the phone you can see it. Not sure.
Yeah, I can see a bouquet now. I think you were holding a bouquet in your hand, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Yes.
So it is coming
I can
and going.
see.
Bouquet is coming
Okay.
and going.
Yeah, right. Okay, fine. So the purpose that we will discuss about the bouquet in the last. So I'll just remind me in the last. Okay, now the why I've taken this, the funny side of logistic tales from the custom counter. The reason of choosing this topic, because 95% who do the logistic part are either not fully trained or they are not too much involved in that. Either the accountant take this work or anyone who is not fully know about the international logistic, what are the rules and regulations. As per the data only shows that 95% is not updated with the new policy, custom policy, and they expect lot from the custom broker or the freight forwarder or whomever they appoint. So that's why I have to choose this topic, and it blends with my expertise in international logistic and customs with humor. So Let me tell you, I have a 20 years experience as a custom broker. First, I will introduce myself very briefly. Just 1 minute. Okay. So I'm JK Arora. I'm helping business upscale, save 25%. CEO Cargo Movers, 20 years, and mentored more than 5,000 entrepreneurs. Of course, I'm a custom broker from last 20 years and BNI ex-president also. And some of the details is there. Now, we are in ITA certified and we have handled more than 1 million shipment in last 20 years. And we have 5,000 regular customers who are trusting us. Now, just make a fun of that. Means see, I'll make some of my life fun experiences which I've shared in 20 years. So, okay, this is the now. Now the custom counter confession. The reason this is why this happened, because the paperwork, whoever does the paperwork as an exporter or importer, they do not concentrate on that. They do not mention the HS code properly, and that's why the problem or the comedy part goes there. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever had a moment at work where you thought, am I on prank show? So welcome to the world of logistic. A client of mine want to import fresh air from Switzerland, and custom officer thought it was a gas leak. That's when I know logistic isn't just about moving cargo, it is about moving with humor. So this is the funny side. I've shown that the custom officer, how they have to face it when they see the documents are incomplete and the shipment contains something else and the documents are not in proportionate. Either they say that the package mix up or they say the lost in translation. So logistic is like a comedy show. So I'll say that the reason is, and that the customers are not so much involved in last mile delivery. They just think about the manufacturing and other parts, and that's why the mistakes and that's why the humor or the patience is required. Customer think we have a magic powers. When they give the shipment to us, they think, they ask what is the status in after 5 minutes. What is the status? I will give the tracking. Still they ask that why the shipment is not moving up. Let's take an air shipment has come to me and I have given the tracking of the air vessel. After half an hour, he will again ask what is the shipment? Why it is not moving? It is still showing the same way. So this is the hilarious part. Means they think that the like GPS everything move immediately, whereas the custom has certain rules specific. That first it should be custom clearance in India, then the airline goes take the shipment, and then it goes to Switzerland or UK or wherever, and then the custom part take place. And then when the custom sees that the paper is okay, documents are okay, then the shipment is moved. So one of my customer, he placed an order yesterday, but he's saying the shipment is still in India. Why? So what was my question? What my answer? Because we are waiting for a pigeon with a GPS. So we have to be a little bit comedian sometime, because as the question is comedy, so we have to take a comedian part also. And of course, there are some Incoterms. We find where some of the customer find Incoterms very confusing because they are not aware of they are not learned, and some of them misunderstood the Incoterms. One of the Incoterm which my customer confused, CIF, he says cash in fridge, right? Sure, if you are shipping frozen assets. So this is my answer. Otherwise, the CIF means cost, insurance, and freight. But sometimes the question is so funny. So we have to be a funny only. The wonderful word of understood trade terms. Client thinks shipment move at light speed. I placed the order yesterday and it should move immediately. And as the thing they moved at every 5 minutes, the things should move. So just become okay. Some of the stories, the comedy stories which I shared, as the one of the document I received, the document states the part of a machinery. Now, what the custom broker thought, it is just a machinery, a printer, and he goes to the custom and he filed the paper. Once he filed the paper, the custom uh, evaluation or the officer think that's some other thing. So there's a too much confusion is created because the documents are incomplete or not as per the regulations of the HS code, which is internationally accepted. So we have to be a very precise in the documents as a custom broker. Otherwise, the situation of the regulations problem, the duty problems, and the officer problem, because the logistic too many of too many one shipment, too many officers or too many persons are involved in one shipment moving. Let's take it, you are moving a shipment of 10 kg of the spare parts, and it moves from the hand of maybe 100 person, and you are even not aware of. Means first is goes from the factory to the local transporter, and then the custom broker, then it goes to the Indian custom, and the Indian custom, then the custom person check it, and then it goes to the airline, then it goes to the labor and other part to another country, and so many labor transfers are taking place. So that's why the frustration sometimes happens, because the people do not follow the rules. So there's a rule of fumigation, documentation, and which cause a delay. Then rather than asking or taking the situation in control, the customers ask why it is not delivered. It is without going in deep into the laughter. So that's why the laughter is logistic is a comedy show, because customer is not fully equipped. Custom officer do not get the regular documents or the required document. Sometimes the shipment lost in translations because the language problem is there. So in China something different, in Russia something different. So every country has a different language. English is of course is spoken, but the documents, some of the documents like MSDS and other things are not is different in many of the countries. So that's why the one has to be proficient in logistic if he want to do it. So that's why the delays occur. So there's too much choice if international shipping. The client think tracking change every 5 minutes, and the shipment move at speed. But the technical terms and jargons they do not understand and confuse, and this create the problem. One of my shipper told has written that the payment is under DP, whereas the payment is under letter of credit. So the shipment reaches there, but the documents are incomplete because he kept the letter of credit at his office only. So there are many situation happens, and we can say that it is a comedy if not handled properly in a proficient way and in an efficient way. So this is an update on that MRM. Means custom compliance comes before your shipping schedule. This is a meme I've created to understand it. That if the documents or the shipment is incomplete, it's like slapping on the custom officer or the custom broker. The customer thinks like this, and once it reaches the custom clearing is completed, he think now he has achieved something and now he will receive the shipment. But of course there are other things also. After completing, it requires the local transport, and sometimes there also the issue is occurred. So struggles of importers. I tell you a story. One of my importer, has bought $7,000 machinery part of a car, and once it reaches here to his office, it cost him $27,000. So the planning is required, and that's why the role of the custom broker is required, because many times whatever you think but whatever you achieve is totally different, and this is the way the importer has to learn. And this is one of the funniest time of the, the laughs which we have it. So regulations, one has to understand. Bizarre encounters, we have to understand. The memorable delays, if delays are there, we have to understand the laws. If we do not follow the laws, any country, let's take it India, China, or any country, they do not allow to clear the goods, and the goods are stuck. You know, a lot of goods are stuck in Indian government, and this is not clear. And all because the funny part of the person who is handling this logistic and without unaware of what is happening and what are the rules. So, and one of the funny thing I'll tell you, the labels part. Just 1 minute. Okay, yeah, the label part. One of my customer has mentioned the label of some other country. And he has mixed two shipments. One he has written USA, and one he has written in Germany. So the shipment has been mixed up. So instead of Germany shipment goes to USA. So a lot of mess is there, because once the shipment goes to another country, it is impossible to bring shipment back to that. So this is the role where even the technology also cannot do, because the technology this time everything is a scan. So we scan it, and the whole process means from creating a label till the shipment reaches to the final customer, it is a scan, and based on that it is going on. So label is a very important part, and technology of course help in GPS, everything is help, but real time tracking is only happen if you a proper labeling and a proper system is follows. So streamline a communication platform is very important for if we want to reduce the error through automation. The importance of communication in logistics. There are many stakeholders which I have discussed, and in that every stakeholder should understand his role, and then only the customers should be satisfied, and the repeat business or enhancement is there. So one of the funny part I told you, there's one client, his shipment is stuck in the custom. He told me, just pay the bribe and you will get the shipment clear. Now, bribe also you will pay if you are learned it. You must understand that everything require knowledge, and knowledge only, no custom officer just paying anything you can clear it, and it takes time. Customs take is a very patience work. It's more like you have to understand, like you are learning a phenomena. So that's the some of the issues which a customer face. So just yeah. So when logistic goes wrong, everything goes wrong. You have, let's see, you have prepared a machinery, spare parts in 2 months, 3 months. You have taken so much efforts. The company has taken so much efforts, and the shipment is gone to someone else's place. Instead of going to USA, it has gone to Germany. So uh, all the communication, because of miscommunication and not improper knowledge, it has gone to some another work, and all the efforts which so many people have placed for 3 months, it all goes waste, because the end person do not got the shipment. So this is like a poker custom, means you can say the poker issue is there. So serious issue is there. So one of my person I told me that I want to import 2000 rubber ducks, and they don't even blink. blink. Once I had to explain why a shipment of inflatable dinosaur wasn't a threat to national security. So we face many situations like this. People think that everything which they send will be cleared, but there are certain regulations, there are certain restrictions in every country which has to be followed. Classic invoices. I will share one of. I have not put it here. One of the invoices, a customer has written just watch, genuine fake watches. So watches, instead of writing a proper HS code, that this he has written the mislead word. So the custom broker and everything, they are really think that what it means. So this is the life lessons of logistic. The funny part of the logistic, that how the logistic you have to be understood, and that's the patience one has to create it. So you know what logistic teaches you? The patience, because we know now in 20 years that the mistakes do occur. However, whatever we try to learn and explain to our customer, when they dispatch the shipment, they are already too much confusion because the shipment is delayed and last minute delivery, there's an issue in the problem. So we learn a lot from this. Okay, as a custom broker, I can say there are surprises everywhere. And if I had a dollar for every time someone said urgent shipment, I will retire and let AI handle customs. Life and logistic have one thing in common: delays, surprises, and hidden charges. But here is my advice: find humor in the process. It is the best way to clear life customs. A custom, you can say, we learn a lot every day. Still, we try to do our best in the logistic part, but the mistakes do occur because ultimate is a teamwork. If there's a mistake in any part, the teamwork, it happens, and the same thing happens in our life also. So let me ask you the same question. And why I've showed the flower to you in the starting? So anyone can guess? So any your viewpoints?
Is it for Valentine's Day?
Any other guesses? One more guess, please.
Yeah, if it is a
It
funny
could be
side
you.
of logistics, if some custom officer is not able to understand that, please just book this consignment, I will give him the flower that please book this consignment. Happy Valentine's Day, something like that.
Okay, thank you for your valuable ideas. So the curiosity, because if I show something different, you will learn it. And a curiosity, to create a curiosity in my speech, so that until end you are remain in the speech, and you so that even the logistic part is very means not so much energetic, means whatever whenever I discuss this is, it's lot of confusion. So just to create a curiosity. So any questions? Let me means I'm thankful. So any questions, maybe welcome to it. Yeah,
I
please.
think Lisa is raising her hand, JK.
Yes, I had a explanation for the flower that was different from yours. I think I like yours better, but my explanation for the flower was that in nature there is order. And if we can instill that same sense of order into the chaos at work, things go much smoother.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, over to Toastmaster of the day. Yeah, please.
Thank you, JK sir, for that great session. Um, just to tell you, even in my family, I have two people who are into logistics. My father was into logistics. My sister was also into logistics. Even though they both are in, but today I got a lot of knowledge from your session. It was so power packed and full of knowledge. I would say I can understand how important it is to have the end to end, communication here in terms of logistics. So important. Thank you so much, sir, for putting up that presentation. It was really great, and it was really I was really curious to know, as you said, about the flower bouquet. Thank you for that. And so okay, can we have the poll for the best speaker now? And while we are doing that, please also send the your feedback to JK sir about his presentation. Ishita, would you want to wait for 1 minute so that others can send the feedback to JK sir while?
Yeah, sure. I've started the timer.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, 1 minute is done.
All right. Thank you so much. I hope all of you have answered the poll as well. Okay. Thank you for the poll, Zoom Master. Now let's hear from Srisha. I think before we started the speech by JK sir, Srisha wanted to say something about the flow state. Guess Srisha, you want to unmute and speak? Srisha, you're on.
Hi,
Yeah,
Vikram.
go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Vikram.
Hi.
So,
Good morning.
yeah, I feel what this flow state is like. Whenever we choose to set up a goal, we deviate. We should not deviate, and we should be part of. As a part of setting the goal, we should work on that and focus on the goal which we have, and we should take that time to reach the goal. So that flow should not miss is what I feel.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much for adding that. That's absolutely true. We should not have distractions. That is one. That is what even I'm going to cover in my slides also. Let me go ahead and start presentation. All right. So this is, as Risha said, this is what is the characteristics of the flow state, right? So let me get to the full screen mode. All right. So what is the characteristics of the flow state? As Srisha just mentioned, intense focus. So our focus is completely on the task that we do. And loss of self-consciousness. I think Pratik also spoke about this, right? When we are in meditative state, we lose our consciousness and we are into that state of, calmness, or the state of, we call it as theta state. There is a brain wave, which is called theta wave, and our brain vibrates in that theta mode. In the theta waves is a very silent, or a very the wave which does not have much of ups and downs, where it is so calm, right? And distorted sense of time. So we forget the time when we are into the flow state. And intrinsic motivation. Yes, we are feeling motivated. For example, if you are doing something that you love, let's say you're painting, then you are into the intrinsic motivation state where you want to do that task more rather than anything else. And it is effortlessness. Even though the task is so difficult to do, if you are in the flow state, it becomes effortless. So that is the characteristics of the flow state. And next, look at the science behind the flow. I have already mentioned this, that this flow state activates the hormone called dopamine. This dopamine is nothing but the reward system of our body. Whenever you're getting into this state of flow, the dopamine hormone gets secreted. And what does this hormone do? It wants you to do that more often. It is a hormone which also creates addiction. For example, if you're eating chocolates once, what happens is again and again you want to, whenever you look at the chocolate, whenever you're thinking about the chocolate, you want to have the chocolate because your brain already started to, eat that. You want to have that chocolate. Similarly, whenever you are in flow state, you don't want to do anything else. You are feeling addicted to that task which you're doing. So that means this state activates the dopamine, okay, in the hormone in the body, which is responsible for you to stay focused or stay attentive to one particular task. And it also reduces the brain prefrontal cortex. Prefrontal cortex is the place where most of the thoughts keep on coming, right? You start thinking, you get distracted, all because of this activity in the prefrontal cortex, and it also stops that activity. Now look at this image. Look at this, the athletes, right? Whenever they are performing something, you will see that people who are into running or throwing the javelin or doing high jumps, a lot of athletes, they are in the flow state when they are actually performing. They don't think about anything. They don't think about winning or losing. All they want to do is just do it, and they will be on intense flow state when they are performing. You can see artists, whenever the artist is creating a painting, even if there are artists here also, most of you would have experienced this when you're doing a painting. And what you will do is you will pay attention to even a very small curve in the painting, or the edges of when you're painting with a brush, so that your focus is like, the paint should not go out of that picture which you're trying to paint. So you can feel that most of the creative people are in the flow state when they are creating something big. Programmers, most of you here might be even programmers, right? So you can think, if you're not focusing, if you're not into that line of code which you're writing, you may not get the logic in your logic, what you have to write. Unless you are keeping that logic and then you are in the flow state, you may not be able to write that program which you are currently working on. So it requires deep focus, and it's also helps you to be creative, because as programmers you have to be creative. You cannot write lines of so many lines of code to just write one, or one functionality, right? So you have to be precise, you have to be creative, you have to be solving the problem. Let's say you're fixing a bug in the program. At the time, you should always be thinking about how to solve it. At the time, you cannot distract or do something else while you're in this state. And musicians, whenever they are playing music, right? You might have seen, went to so many balls or stage performances by various musicians. They will be on the flow state when they are presenting the music on stage. Or even speakers, TEDx speakers, or even Toastmaster speakers. Right now, we saw JK sir also was in flow state when he was presenting his slides. All right, what takes us to the flow state? So what you see on this slide is, on the left is the challenge, on the bottom is the skills. And in order for you to be in the flow state, this challenge and the skills should be matching. So you see here that this is 45 degrees, right? So this is the point where from here till here is when you are in the flow state, which means the activity that you're doing, you should be skillful at that, because this is where the flow state ends. You should be skillful at that, and this is where it starts, right? So it means that you have to have the skill for the task which you're doing. At the same time, the task should also be challenging. That is when you get into the flow state. Even if a little bit of challenge is missing, look at this. You're arousal, you're in arousal state. Or even if little bit of skill is more, then you will feel completely you enjoy the task, but you are unconfident, but you're not fully paying attention to it. So what happens is you start taking it as an enjoyment rather than being so attentive to it. So that's why it is very important to have challenge, at the same time skill to do the task, in order for you to get into the flow state. What do I mean by that? Let's say, for example, you're playing chess with someone. If you're playing a chess with a kid who is just 5-year-old, who don't know what to place next, will you really be in the flow state? I want to throw this question up to you.
No, it's not.
When you will not be, you will feel bored, right? Rather, whenever you are being challenged, when, for example, when someone is a chess player who is in par with you, And would you, at that time, what will happen? You feel so motivated. You are challenged by someone sitting in front of you. And so it is so important. It is not just important you are being skilled at that task. At the same time, you should also be challenged. There should be a challenge in front of you. Only then you will get into the flow state. Okay. So that, with that, I want to start the next section of today's session, which is table topics. So today's table topic master is Shahid. So the podium is yours, Toastmaster Shahid.
No, sorry, it's not me.
It's
I think it's
Oh, Adi.
Adi.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
The podium is yours, Toastmaster Adi. Just to give a few words about Adi. Adi is Vice President of Education for the Sattvic Club. She is the one who motivated me many times when I joined this club newly, and she is youngest in the club, and she most energetic person as well. So the podium is yours, Toastmaster Adi.
Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Welcome to Table Topics. Table Topics is one of the best ways to practice thinking and speaking on your feet, or in other words, impromptu speaking. We never know when we may be asked a tough question, either by a supervisor, a news crew, or at a job interview. Excuse me. It is to our benefit to practice impromptu speaking and to be in control of the situation. Even if we don't know the exact answer, the more we practice this, the better we will get. So for now, you will be given 2 minutes for every table topic speaker. You will be having 2 minutes. At 1 minute, green card will be raised. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, yellow card will be raised. At 2 minutes, red card will be raised. You will be having 30 seconds grace period. But the point to be noted is, even if you are nervous or if you are new to speaking anything, just make sure to speak at least 1 minute so that you'll be eligible for polling. So without any further ado, let's start our session. So is anyone going to volunteer? We have Toastmaster Pratik. Okay. Okay. How do you stay in the zone when there are distractions around you? Toastmaster Pratik. Toastmaster Pratik, how do you stay in the zone when there are distractions around you?
Yeah. So thanks for this wonderful topic. When there are distractions, definitely all the time, whatever we are doing, whether we are in office, whether we are at home, or whether we are outside somewhere, there will be distractions. We are going somewhere with an objective that, for example, I'm in Pune and I want to go to Indore. So my objective is to start from Pune to Indore. But there will be definitely on the way some distractions which will stop me to do that. But I have to be focused. So I try to keep my focus on. I will always try to keep my objectives in front, and whatever distraction is coming in front of me, I try to just do the self-talk that, okay, is that distraction is really a distraction, or is that helping me to reach the objective? If it is helping me to reach my objective, to reach the goal of reaching Indore, I will definitely not call it as a distraction, because our mind is like that. We take everything on our way as a distraction, but we have to just convert that distraction into understanding that, is it a distraction? If it is not, then let it come, no issues. I will follow, I will come out of it. But if it is really not, then with the help of self-talk, I'll say, this is not a distraction for me. This is not the objective. So let us not give concentration to that distraction. Overall, I will say that these distractions will keep on coming in our life. We have to stay focused towards our goals, towards our objective, so that we can achieve our goals on time. Over to you, Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Adi.
That was a wonderful thought or new perspective that I have heard, I think from now onwards, even I'm going to question myself. Okay, is this necessarily a distraction, or it's something that is helping me to reach my destination? Such a provoking one. Thank you, Toastmaster Pratik. Next, we have Toastmaster Manoj. Do you have any rituals or habits that help you get into the zone when you need to focus? Toastmaster Manoj. Toastmaster Manoj, do you have any rituals or habits that help you get into the zone when you need to focus?
There's a rhythm. There's a rhythm inside, there's a rhythm outside. The complete nature, you find the way the day and night flow onto each other. There's a wonderful flow. Only thing we are not conscious of it. Same flow is within me. I'm breathing in, breathing out. Sometimes I do not know, I'm not aware of it. And that is what makes me alive. The day I came out of my mother's womb, the first thing I did is breathe in that air. And the day I'm going to exit, I'll breathe out finally. So there is a symphony, there is a rhythm that exists. What I do the mistake is get into that cacophony of the world and lose this symphony, lose this rhythm. So what I do is slow down, slow down. Or else you are in the rat race. If you win also, you remain a rat. So instead of that, I have seen running this rat race. And once I look back, what have I achieved? I think it's a big zero. Whether accumulating money, getting a house, buying a new car, at the end of the day, what have I achieved? Have I achieved happiness and health? So now, a conscious pause to ponder. I have minimized, not only becoming a minimalist by reducing my wants, also minimizing the thought process. And that helps me. I find less is more and have more time, more energy to remain happy and healthy. So take it slow. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manoj. Slowing down. Everybody says that we need to slow down, but today you have given a brief description of why we need to slow down. Thank you for that. Now we have Toastmaster Amarnath.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's the most distracting thing that makes it hard for you to concentrate during a task? Toastmaster Amarnath. Toastmaster Amarnath, what's the most distracting thing that makes it hard for you to concentrate during a task?
Well, thanks for the topic, Adi. So most of the times, our inner peace is the one which excels or decrease our energy to focus on a certain thing. So our inner peace will come from the activities we do in every day and the habituals of an individual. So if your inner peace is calm and you are in a meditative state, the external distractions are not that impact you. So if you are motivated to study and you're internally you are in calm, even if you are in a clumsy traffic zone, you're still able to focus. So I've seen people traveling 2 to 3 hours a day to their colleges, but they still cope up with on top ranks by focusing on studying in the trains or buses by standing. So when it comes to me, I personally feel that our physical health and as well as our inner peace will definitely distract. So we always keep focus on our inner peace as well as the physical health. So that will always keep you on track. That's it. Thanks to hand it over to you, Adi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amarnath. That is a wonderful thought, actually, having inner peace and concentrating on inner peace so that no external thing affects you. That is true. Thank you. Now we have Toastmaster Dvi. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Yes,
Yeah, just a minute. I'll be giving the
sorry.
question.
My English not good, but I try.
It's okay.
Uh,
Okay. If you could concentrate 10 times better than you do now for one day, what would you achieve? Toastmaster Dvi. Toastmaster Dvi, if you could concentrate 10 times better than you do now for one day, what would you achieve?
well, if I have do something, I usually concentration. I until forget about eating, about my family, and I thinking I was good job about my. For example, I usually I'm engineer. I'm repair about the engine. You know, I try to focus because if you open the engine, you must be step by step. You must be arranged 1, 2, 3, 4 step, and then if you two set up, you must be opposite 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 like that. I forget about everything. I just only focus, concentrating, and I I forget everything. Just only one my job, and I can after that I can finish my job until no problem. I think that's all. Table topic master. Thank you. The time.
Thank you, Dvi. That's a wonderful table topic speech. Next up, we have Toastmaster Amrita Deshmukh.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think listening to music helps or hinders your concentration? What kind of music works best for you? Toastmaster Amrita. Toastmaster Amrita, do you think listening to music helps or hinders your concentration? What kind of music works best for you?
That's a wonderful topic because I don't think music helps to concentrate in my case. Because when I heard some romantic music or some, self motivating music, I don't focus on anything. I just focus on the lyrics. So it will not help me to concentrate on anything because I am fully present when I'm listening to any kind of music. The one kind of music which is related to meditation, that helps me a lot to meditate and go onto that zone. But still it differs from person to person. Which kind of music you are like to listen is depend on your personality as well. uh, it's kind of funny that I read a lot of self-help book, and because of that I listen to music like that also. All the the movies from very motivating and that kind of music that gives me a boost. So reading also give me that kind of path that I choose on a music as well. But it will never help me to concentrate. if it really comes to the concentration game, then you have to meditate or you have to do something that increase your concentration power in a long run. So I don't think concentration and music has any correlation. Maybe it work for someone else, but it doesn't work for me. So that's my take on this. What's your Toastmaster Adi? Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amrita, for your insights. I think you're a passionate listener when you're concentrating on lyrics. If it comes to me, even if I keep the music on, it doesn't matter to me. I just concentrate on my work. It can, it can be in the background, but it doesn't bother me much. Thank you for your insights. Next up, we have Toastmaster Anita.
Hi, Toastmaster Adi.
Hi. Okay. What's the weirdest thing you have ever done to stay focused or improve your concentration? Toastmaster Anita. Toastmaster Anita, what's the weirdest thing you have ever done to stay focused or improve your concentration?
Yeah, I was in the 7th standard when I did something that I want to concentrate on my speech, because that time I was in the competition and I have to focus on my speech. But happened this, I was not much confident for my speech. And my father gave me suggestion that Anita, you have to work on that again and again, and then you can get the perfection in this speech. What? I was overconfident. I said that, Dad, I learned it a lot. And when I will speak, it will be awesome. Don't worry about that. So when I reached the school and when announced my name, I moved to the stage, and when I picked the mic, my whole body was shivering. All around the students were looking towards me. I don't didn't have any single word on that time. On that time, I realized that my father was saying very well that you have to work on your speech. And I think that was a weird thing for me. And if my father was saying something, it will be good for me. And that time I decided when I will do something, I have to work on that so that I make confident and I make more concentrated on that work. Thank you. Over to you, Titi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anita, for your insights. I think it's okay, right? Firstly, you need to experience how it feels to give a speech. Then you'll be able to understand how important and valuable your father's words are. It's okay. I think even when I gave my speeches, like first few speeches, I was shivering as well. So it's completely all right. Now, we are done with our table topics as time is running out. So I wish everyone turns their camera on so that we can have a group picture.
Amarnath, can you take the picture, please?
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, thanks, Amarnath.
Thank
We'll
you.
do the polls
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, Maru, you have taken, we did not smile.
Okay, let's take one more with smile and heart emojis.
Yeah, it's done.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll have the polls for best table topic speaker now. I'm logging the poll.
Toastmaster Amrita is missing in the poll.
Oh, okay, 1 minute. Let me go back. Okay, 1 minute. I'm not able to edit it. Amarnath, are you able to access polls?
Yeah, Ishita. Let me try.
Yeah, I'm not able to edit it. Can you edit?
Can we do it again in that case, Ishita, if that is not possible? Just add the new member and then we can redo the.
I think they will send the poll out eventually. Let's just continue with the meeting. Thank you so much for everyone participating in table topics. I hope you had fun. Now, back to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Vikram.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Adi, for that excellent session. I heard many things from everyone. I really enjoyed the table topics section. So I know that we are almost there, and then I don't want to take much time. I want to call the general evaluator to start the evaluation session for the today's meeting. So over to you, general evaluator Pravalika.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of today. So let me call upon the evaluator one, Toastmaster Pratik, to evaluate Toastmaster Vikram, please. Over to you.
First of all, I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Vikram Prakash for successfully completing his project. Just a minute, poll is coming in between. Timer, can you stop this timing? I will just do the poll. Poll just came in between, so please restart. Timer.
Yeah, sure. Let's give it 10 more seconds. Let everyone vote. And then we'll start. We have only 9 votes. Maybe few more seconds. I would encourage everyone to vote. Okay. Poll is ended. Yeah, Pratik, you can start.
So good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. First of all, I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Vikram for successfully completing this project of level 2, project 1, speech 1. So the objective of this speech was understand your communication styles and understand what type of communication, different type of communication styles was. So if I just analyze the complete thing, you started with a story and with a thought-provoking topic, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. Wonderful, wonderful topic. So you started with a story, your personalized story. So you are a storyteller, I can say. Then you went into what step you have taken at the time of COVID, which is related to yoga, and how that step has changed your life and what you are today. You are today standing as a life coach. So overall, what you have done is, with the help of a story, personalized story, you have told the audience that it's a very important thing to take the first step to cover your objectives or goals in life. So your communication style is a storyteller. You are a storyteller, and in your stories, you can create a vividity. Means when you are telling a story, I am able to imagine what was the situation at that point of time when you had COVID and what provoked you to go into the zone of yoga and how you have changed your life. So it was wonderful. Now, any speech should have opening, body, and conclusion. So you started with a story. In the body, there was a yoga story. And in conclusion, you have told what was your topic. What was missing, I found, is opening. In the opening, you can have a thought-provoking question. How many of you has taken that first step? So something like that. So that can be opening. So opening was little missing. Otherwise, body and conclusion was perfect. Coming to the second thing, when we speak, we are in an online meeting. So sometimes and most of the times we see ourselves. Might be I am also doing the same mistake. So I was not able to understand that you are really addressing the audience. So you can have a grid view at that point of time, and you can see different types of speakers if they are concentrating on your speech. So in this way, you will not be able to distract yourself that you are watching yourself. Okay. The third thing is your voice modulation. I can say that when you are speaking, you have to use the voice modulation. So when, for example, you have started with a story, you know that in 2021, I got COVID. Because of COVID, what happened? But I have gone through the Google platform. In Google, I found some voice modulation can attract the audience more specifically. But overall, I will say that you met the objectives. You are having a storytelling communication style. You can, you are having a thought-provoking topic. And with the help of that topic, you have really clearly told the audience and given the message that please take the first step. So all the very best for the future projects. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pratik. Now let me call upon the second evaluator. Yes. Now let me call upon the second evaluator, Toastmaster Shahid. Over to you.
Yeah. Thank you, General Evaluator Pravalika, for giving me this opportunity. Yeah. Now I'm going to evaluate the Toastmaster JK Arora's speech. So it was a very well delivered speech, I say. So it is a very lengthy speech. The three things which I liked from the overall speech is the curiosity which you have shown, why you have shown the bouquet at the first step, and you revealed at the end. The way you did that I liked in your speech. And every time I was just reading like content is the king, content is the king. So now I really see the content is the king. In your entire speech, you have covered so much content. So that content is both informative as well as it is your personal things you have involved. So this way, the content which you have prepared for the speech is very good. And as it is your own journey, you are giving your own examples. So you are completely in a flow that I observed throughout the speech. Now coming to the part where we can improve on the speech is like, so as there were initially there are technical glitches. So because of that glitches, I feel like whatever the bouquet thing you just showed over your mobile. So initially it was not clear and then we can able to see it. So if we have joined a bit early and we have did a audio video check, and if you have avoided these kind of technical glitches, that will be more impact. Why? Because the way first you start, so that will give more impact to the audience. I feel like if we have avoided that, that will be more impactful start. And as you are giving a, you are a speaker and you are going to start and you have shown the slide with your brief introduction. So when you are starting, it's better not to say like, let me introduce briefly myself. It is not any technical interview or anything like. So you are a speaker and you are going to start, right? So you just say like, I am JK Arora, I am the founder of Cargo Movers and all. So you just start with that statement. And then the main objective of the speech is like humor. Humor is very much needed, as it is the main objective of the current speech which you have delivered. I felt like in few places you are able to manage the humor, but not overall. As it is a very lengthy speech, so we will try to add some more things so that the audience will be more engaging and more relatable. So let's say like you have given one example, you have shipped the goods to USA, but it went to Germany. So it seems funny to us, but not to the customer who has given. There you can enact and say like, oh, ships went. How can I convey to the customer? That will be a nightmare to the customer, right? There he has given the consignment to the customer, it will be delivered, but it is not delivered. So there are many instances, I feel like, where you can enact and say the custom broker and the custom officer conversation. So there are many conversations where you can add yourself some more extra energy so that it will be more lively. That I felt. So overall, I feel like it's very good, and your ending is very good. You have linked with the life, with the logistics, how the mistakes and the common things we do in our day-to-day life versus the logistics. So overall, I feel like the content wise it was good, and the way you delivered it, the content throughout, it was good. So with this, I will conclude my evaluation. Back to the general evaluator, Pravalika.
Thank you, Mr. Shahid. Now let me call upon the tag team to give their reports as well. So let me start with the grammarian first. Over to you, Toastmaster Amarnath.
Thanks, Pravalika. So I'm going to provide my grammarian report today. So I didn't see much deviation from the grammatical uses, but I've noted few of the best uses of the words. And sorry if I miss anything. Some of the words I couldn't able to note it down due to the network issue and Vikram space basically. So Vikram has used some of the good uses of the words. One is the bedridden, browsing through, day after day, empowering, right steps at right time. In his overall meeting has used a lot of jargons related to today's theme, a dopamine, meditative state, theta state, intrinsic, effortlessness. So these are the good uses of the words. Coming to Pratik, Pratik has used let it come, thought-provoking, and vividity. As well as JK Arora's speech, he has used a lot of jargons related to the topic, today's topic. Expedited, confession, light speed, precise, chokes, custom compliance, shipment, streamlined communication, learning phenomena. And in Manu's table topic, I recognize rhythm inside and outside, breathe in and out, symphony, cocoon, minimalistic, and Adi used indeed. More we practice, better we perform. And today's word of the day used by Vikram once and Said once. Yeah, that is my report. Back to you, General Editor.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amarnath. Now let me call upon the second role player, our counter, Toastmaster Siva Krishna. Over to you.
Hello, is my voice is audible and audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Hello.
Yes, you're clearly audible.
Hello, is my voice audible?
Yes, Sivakrishna, you're clearly audible.
Yes.
Yes, Sivakrishna.
My voice.
Yes, Sivakrishna, please continue.
You went on
Hello.
mute.
Hello, is my voice audible?
Yeah, we can hear
Yes.
you. Please continue.
Yeah, okay. Okay, then coming to space one Toastmaster. Just 1 minute. Yes. And the speaker one Toastmaster Vikram has used the filler words like and along and ha 3 times and for 4 times hum three times. And coming to speaker two has used the hum three times and for filler words like and five times. And in the table topic just many of the Toastmaster has used the n more times, and the first speaker has used the 1 time and the n 1 time, and the speaker two used the hum 2 times, and Fellow did not use it any 1 time, and speaker three used the hum 3 times and the and 2 times, and the speaker four and used the hum 2 times and used the ha 2 times, and Fellow words and the frequently. I think in the every speaker they are used the and more than 3 times. I think by reducing the using of hands, they can give you the speeches in the excellent manner. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shivakrishna. Now let me hand over the stage to the timer of today, Toastmaster Ishita, to present the timing reports.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Pravalika. Hello once again. I'll now give the timer's report. The speaker one, Toastmaster Vikram, completed his speech in 7 minutes 12 seconds. Speaker number two, Toastmaster JK Arora, completed his speech in 20 minutes 34 seconds. Both are qualified in their speech timing. Coming to table topics, Toastmaster Pratik completed his speech in 2 minutes 4 seconds. Toastmaster Manoj completed his speech in 2 minutes 11 seconds. Toastmaster Amarnath completed his speech in 1 minute 32 seconds. Toastmaster Dwi completed his speech in 1 minute 45 seconds. Toastmaster Amrita completed her speech in 1 minute 36 seconds. Toastmaster Anita completed her speech in 1 minute 57 seconds. All the table topic speakers have qualified as per the time requirements. Coming to evaluation, Toastmaster Pratik completed his evaluation in 3 minutes 44 seconds and Toastmaster Shahid completed his evaluation in 4 minutes 14 seconds. Unfortunately, both are disqualified because they have exceeded the time limit of maximum of 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So that's all from my side. Over to you, Toastmaster Pravalika.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ishita. Now, that being said, let me start with my report now. So, sorry for that. So, let me start with as I've missed the Sergeant at Arms opening. I'm so sorry about that in the first place. And then let me start with the Toastmaster of today. Firstly, kudos on the topic that you have chose, flow state. I think a lot of us have no idea what you're going to tell. And all the information that you have shared was clearly informational to everybody. And everyone was throughout the meeting, we are very much interested to know what you're going to share next. It has given a lot of insights, it has given a lot of knowledge to all of us. And the way you have shared the PPT videos and all, it made the segment, it made your complete topic it has added a much value and more interesting factors to the topic is what I feel. It has been more engaging to the audience. So kudos on that. And coming to tag team timer, uh, so good job on introduction and also good job on report presentation. The only recommendation I feel is that instead of giving the speakers, instead of telling the speakers timings, if we can go ahead, the icebreaker speech is for 4 to 6 minutes and prepared speeches are for 5 to 7 minutes. And then for today, we have a special speech that is going to be path completion, and that would last for 18 to 22 minutes. So if we could manage it this way, it would be more better when a new person is joining or a guest is joining. So that is only the recommendation that I have. For our counter, the intro has been clear, and the way you have presented the report is also clear. The only recommendation would be when you're trying to tell them that if they get better in managing their R's and hums, they would be better in the speeches and all. Try to suggest few things like practice with your friends or keep talking to your friends and all, practice in front of mirror. Something like this would give them a thought key they'll work on this, and it would be better instead of just telling them, you can reduce this. So that is the only recommendation. And coming to grammarian, clear introduction, good job on mentioning word of the day and idiom of the day, also putting it in chat box. And as you have told about good usages and who have used the thumbs up and double thumbs up whenever they have been used the word of the day and idiom of the day, good job on that. But when it comes to not so good usages, you would have mentioned what are the not so good usages for today and how can they rectify it, what could be a better version of it. So if we can work on that, that would be a great report and great segment for all of them to learn. So coming to evaluators today, I have nothing to tell much. Good job on introducing pathway, level, purpose, and also timings to make it clear for everybody. But just be mindful of the timings when you're evaluating somebody. And apart from that, I would always suggest one thing that would be, try to have more recommendations than commendations. So even the speaker would feel better when they want to come up to the stage next. And the next recommendation would be try to avoid few negative sentences. That could be you did not do this, but this does not need to happen. So instead of this, you could always put your statements as, I expected you to do this. This went this way, but it would be better if you have used this in this way. So try to always, avoid the negative sentences. So that is it for the evaluators. And overall, as a meeting, it went really well. Table topics master. So it is coming to table topics master. Good job on selecting the topics because you have linked all the topics to the theme for today. And great job on that. And also great job on encouraging all the guests and speakers, even though they are fumbled or, at a point scared how they're going to do. Great job on that. So that is it for today. And overall, the meeting went really well. If we could be mindful of timings for the next time, it would be great. So that is it. And over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vikram.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator, for that elaborate evaluation. And really, I resonate with whatever points that you have said. And I can see there are a lot of improvements on the time. Yes, I agree with you. And now, I request the Zoom master to start the poll for the best auxiliary role player.
Sure.
I started it, Amarnath.
I request everyone to cast your votes for the best auxiliary role player. So they are the ones who are watching all of us and providing the timer and from the counter grammarian. So request you to vote for them. Right. Can we also have the poll? Is it done, Amarnath?
Yes, we can end the poll.
And can we also have the poll for the best evaluator?
So evaluators did not qualify, Vikram.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So in that case, can we have the poll for the best lead role player?
Oh,
Yeah.
Ishita, both disqualified now. We will agree.
Who disqualified more?
I think this time we can excuse Ishita because both of them have given very nice feedback, right?
Okay.
Okay, so while the polls are going on, let's get back to our theme, which is the flow state, before I hand it over to the presiding officer. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to again present my screen and take you all to some interesting stuff. So you have seen that, that the flow state is so important, and getting to the flow state really increases your productivity, right? But how do you get into this flow state? Okay, so these are the steps which I have listed down. There are more, but these are the main steps. First is setting clear goals. So when you have a clear goal, you're telling your mind that, that this is what you want to do. And that way you have to, you are very focused on one particular activity. Eliminate distractions, put your phone on silent or in the flight mode, or if you don't want to receive any calls, and make sure that, you are switching off the notifications from your phone, or, keep yourself engaged. And next, the third thing is the balance challenge with skill. As I said, it's not just enough if you have the skill, it's also important to have a challenge with you. If both of you are, if the both the players, for example, in a chess game, as I said earlier, if both the games are of same uh, skill level, then you will feel more challenging. So take up tasks which are more challenging and try to do it. And also important is your skill. And the fourth point is engage in meaningful work. So because when you're in the flow state, the work is going to be getting done very productively and very creatively. So choose the work which you want to do in the flow state. For example, if you are going to work on an interview, or if you're going to write a book, or if you're going to prepare for a speech, those are the meaningful work which you can choose to be in the flow state. And number five is cultivate mindfulness. I think during the table topics also someone spoke about meditation and creating mind for, waking up at 5 a.m., because all these activities of mindfulness are going to increase your stay on the being on the flow state more. The more you are in the flow state in a day, the more productive you will be and the more fulfilled you will feel at the end of the day. So cultivate mindfulness, cultivate healthy habits, as Adi has also said about one topic of was that, what are the habits that or rituals that you're going to start. And I think someone spoke about it very well, that they will create some healthy habits also, like waking up at 5 a.m. and energizing yourself. All these habits are really going to pay well and help you get into the flow state quite often in your day. And what are the benefits? As I already mentioned, increased productivity, enhanced creativity, and you will see that even the tasks which is so tough are getting done very easily or quickly when you're in the flow state. And the time to get into the flow state is at the early mornings, 5 a.m. if you are a student, or if you are a programmer or an artist. The early morning hours have high cosmic power. So if you want to get into the flow state, that is the best time you can choose to do your activity. And even at the rest of the course of the day, you can be in the flow state, but you have to be mindful about whom you are surrounded with, where you're sitting, and what you're eating before you get into the flow state, because all those are going to create distractions when you want to get into it. Get well-being, greater well-being. Yeah, you will feel more connected to the work, you will feel fulfilled and reduce stress. As I said, for getting into the flow state, you first need the skill and the challenge. Since you're already skilled at it and you're being challenged, your stress is going to be low because you love the job that you're doing in the flow state. So I wish you all the best to get into the flow state quite often in your life. And flow state is the key to achieve peak performance and fulfillment in work and life. So with that note, I want to hand over the stage to our presiding officer to announce the winners and then also conclude this meeting. Over to you, presiding officer Ishita.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vikram. You brought in such an important topic and made us think about how to reach the flow state. Thank you so much. And I would like to now announce the winners for best speaker. Any guesses? Best speakers? The
Both are
best
best.
speaker.
Both are best.
JK, sir.
Both are great. Yes, both have been great, and it was a very close competition. But the best speaker is Toastmaster Vikram. Congratulations for your awesome speech. Then comes for the best table topics. For best table topics, hands down, the best table topics was Toastmaster Pratik. He was awesome in his speech. Next is best auxiliary role. Best auxiliary role, there is a tie between Ishita, that's me, and Amarnath. So congratulations, both of them. And then comes the best lead role. Again, there was a tie between Vikram and Pravalika. So congratulations. I think Pravalika has left the meeting, but congratulations for your awesome speech and managing the session. So I know we have exceeded our time by 12 minutes. So I'll officially end the meeting now and then go over to our guests for feedback. We can end the recording.
Sure.
So coming to evaluate.